That would have been very rude and evil of you
But it's the spirit of...
if the answer was corn.
It's time for Thanksgiving. It's not time for rudeness. So let's get right into it.
Absolutely.
Let's talk length from snout to vent, not including the signature golden tail. They're 70 millimeters, 70 millimeters. How many golden tail geckos go into the distance between the sun and the closest part of the Oort Cloud?
Why?
I teased the Oort Cloud as a possibility previously, but the Oort Cloud just sounds cool. It sounds like sci-fi, but it's named after something not sci-fi, a human person. So here's a hint.
Oh my goodness. The Oort. Oh. Like. I just recently had known how far Pluto was from us, so I could have used that, but unfortunately I don't remember what it was. So, and it's one of those numbers that's so big that if you don't remember what the ballpark was, you don't remember it at all.
Yeah. Here's a hint. The Oort Cloud is a theoretical region of icy planetesimals, which are things that are a little too small to be planets. Actually, quite a lot small. Sometimes they're like a couple miles across, something like that. And they orbit the sun, I'm pretty sure. The Oort Cloud is proposed to be the origin of many of the icy comets that we see passing through our solar system. The far side of the Oort Cloud is more than 3 light years away.
The far side. It's a sphere that goes around the solar system, right?
The inner part is a disk, but the outer part is a sphere.
What?
The inner part is just a disk, kind of like the rings of Saturn around the solar system. But the outer part is, yes, a sphere. There's more. There's quite a bit more.
It gains a dimension.
Yeah.
It goes from a 2-dimensional disk to a 3-dimensional sphere.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, you probably have seen it. You could see a cross section of this.
It's just weird. It's like the inside of it is a square.
Yeah, so
but the outside of it is a cone.
If you saw
and you're like,
if you saw a cross section of it, it would look like a sphere with these,
like an everlasting gobstopper.
It's almost like the center bits are getting pulled in, or like the equatorial part is getting pulled in towards the sun. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm going to say 10 trillion miles. That makes sense. I think Pluto's in the trillions of miles away. So, we'll just put some gravy on those mashed potatoes. And call it 10 trillion. 10 trillion miles. How many inches?
70 millimeters. How many inches is that?
I should have just guessed the actual number. I might as well, because I'm guessing
2.7 inches.
Great. So that means there's about 4 of them that go into a foot, which means there's about 20,000 of them that go into a mile. And then you have 20,000 times 10 trillion, which is some obscene number that's higher than trillion. No, let's see. Trillion, quadrillion, quintillion, sextillion, septillion, octillion. We're going to go with 20 octillion geckos. Go from here to the Oort Cloud, or from the sun?
From the sun to the Oort Cloud.
I got to add an extra 90 million miles. Darn it.
What?
I'm still gonna go with 10 octillion because there's no way. I mean,
How many
it doesn't
miles?
really matter.
What is an
A million.
astronomical unit? How many miles?
Like 96
Oh,
million. I do
okay.
know that. Or 93 million. It does, but 93 million miles is a drop in the bucket compared to 10 octillion, so it's not really going to change my answer. Oh wait, no, but that's 10 octillion geckos, not miles. I went with 10 trillion miles, and 93 million miles is still a drop in the bucket compared to 10 trillion. But no, I'm still going with it. 10 octillion geckos stretched end to end and suffocating would go from the sun to the Oort Cloud. Yep.
Ready? Are you final answer? I mean,
Yeah. I'm done thinking about this.
this may be the record for the wrongest you've been.
Oh, darn
The
it.
correct answer is 3.8 quadrillion.
Wow. Oort Cloud is like right next
The
door.
Oort Cloud is
We can go there tomorrow.
2,000. If you left from the sun, it would take 2,000 AU astronomical units to reach the inner part of the Oort Cloud. That's 0.03 light years.
Okay. How many millions of miles is that?
From the inner part to the outer part of the Oort Cloud is crazy. Because the outer part is like 3.2 light years away. It's a big Oort Cloud.
Oh, boy.
And it just gives you like
I was,
a sense of the scale of the solar system. Which is just... Even the solar system is huge.
yeah, but not that huge. Not as huge as I was thinking. I was off by 4 exponents.
What was your guess?
10 octillion.
No, your guess for the distance between the sun?
Oh, 10 trillion.
Miles?
Yes, 10 trillion miles.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Because it's what, like 200,000 astronomical units to get to the outside of the Oort Cloud. So you guessed it was
you're
half.
doing things by you're doing things by astronomical units and light years, and I'm doing things by trillions of miles.
Yeah, there's your problem. You have to get comfortable with the AU when we're talking about the solar system.
The Australian
Yes.
Union.
Let's talk weight. This one will be decidedly less intense.